You want to get right into the Ransom? We were gonna talk about the fact that Clips rare audio footage is back on streaming platforms, but I think we should jump right into the Ransom, man.
No, we can do the ransom thing. Maybe we can segue with the exclusive audio footage and the Pusha T thoughts and sentiments that I had, and some of the future stuff, and some of the people, questioning our credibility. Correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Why do I keep saying raw? Yeah, exclusive audio footage. But Ransom, Ransom put out a tweet before his album or the day his album dropped. He was like, "For those who fuck with my shit, I'm out here giving it all I got for you. I'm never gonna cheat you. I'm leaving it all in the booth."
Mm-hmm.
And that he did.
Mm-hmm.
No rest for the wicked.
You want me
Uh,
to? About to say, you want me to go, or you?
you
How
could
do
go
you
ahead
feel?
and start it off. I got the track list up for the people. I wanted to know like what were some of the standout tracks for you on the album.
Well, there's a lot of that going on.
Okay.
That's part of what makes it one of the three best rap albums of the year so far, in my opinion.
Okay.
Um,
Give people the three real quick.
the three would be, well, I mean, shoot, we're talking about two of them today.
We are.
Yeah,
Action packed show, by the way.
right. We're talking about No Rest for the Wicked, and we're talking about No Fear of Time. That would probably be my one and two right now, but that's only because I haven't listened to the Earth Gang from beginning to end in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But Ghetto Gods, and the two projects that we're going to be covering today are the three best rap albums of the year, in my opinion. And right now, just on, I guess we could call it on a technicality, Ransom would be the MC of the year right now. I know I said it would be J. Cole, but J. Cole doesn't actually have a full length player that is the mic display this year that this is, obviously, even though he's been on a tear. This is a pretty masterful piece of work by Ransom.
I agree. I mean, bar for bar, it's a lot of bar work on here. He covered a lot of things, a lot of topics, and he was vicious the whole time with the flow, with the delivery, with the lyricism. You know, I didn't expect the game to make a feature on this project, and the game did his thing. I like the production on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, listening to it from beginning to end, I'm like, yeah, man, this is some phenomenal work. And this is MC of the year type of work. And him saying that he left it all in the booth, I heard that. You know what I'm saying?
So, if you want to get to specifics about what I enjoy, well, the Hawk, to start off, the Hawk,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's a wonderful tone setter. That's one of those, like, that's an old school MC's aesthetic of not having an artist feature on the first song.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like, I'm gonna go for mine and show you who I am, and he does a wonderful job of it. It sets a tone for the bar work that you're talking about, Mike. Like the bar work that's about to take place on the Hawk, you hear it. It's like, oh, like he's going for his right now.
You
And
know, like you said something there, man. He let us know who he was. A
right,
lot of people in the chat are saying 4.5 mics off top. And
that,
I'm with that. It's either 4.5 or 4.7. I'm leaning more towards 4.5. But I want to know what y'all favorite song on the album was too. What I was gonna say is, he let us know who he is, and his bars didn't slack to do such a thing. And I know people think that we're coming down very hard on It's Almost Dry. This is the type of lyricism and direction that I guess I was expecting from somebody like a Pusha T who had been away for 4 years and who is a respectable MC and was at a point to taking his legacy yet to another level. And I don't feel like that happened. But again, if you want to see an example of those type of things and being able to give people everything on the album, the Ransom's album, that's a blueprint for it. And
and
I
you
could
want to
see
know
why
what? He's
people are
very
saying album of the year.
he shares this with Pusha T in common. They both, when they become revealing, and Ransom did an excellent job of becoming revealing
Hmm.
on here. they're excellent at being steely while doing it. When I say steely, like without losing their face card, they still are who they are. Their vulnerability really doesn't show even in their vulnerable tone and in their vulnerable moments. They're very steely characters. And so Ransom did a very good job of expressing his emotions without losing any of his face card and maintaining a extremely high level of lyricism. So he's doing a few things interwoven as this album like plays out that quite frankly it's brilliant. It really really is. It's one of the more impressive mic performances quite frankly like in the last like 5 years or so. Like I know you and I talk about like how everything pretty much has been since Kendrick's last album came out. Coincidental enough, we'll be getting to that next week, I believe.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be talking about it leading up to that, but yeah, next Friday is gonna be our Kendrick show.
Yeah. So this Ransom project is one of those albums that since the Damn project, you could say lyrically is like a supreme effort that can be measured up against other top-notch lyrical efforts, you know? And so that's saying something. Like I think Captions, his verse on Captions, that could possibly be the rhyme of the year. He's got a lot of rhyme of the year contender stuff on here. Overnight Success. I love Compromise, Redemption, Imperial Glaciers. It's really well put together. I would say production wise, when the production is not like above average or phenomenal, where it is missing, it's very like what I would call like a Take It in Blood, like where the lyricism is so strong that it still makes the record sound great, even if the beat isn't always there. Like I've always told you, like Take It in Blood is one of my favorite Nas songs, but it's one of those songs that's like a great example of why he's so great. It's like the beat's not like stellar; it's a solid beat. It ain't like wow, that beat's incredible, but he's incredible on there. And so the tracks on here, beat wise, that are not incredible. Incredible. So it's like, well, damn, it really don't even matter because he's just like he's got you in such a place, and he does just a good enough job of switching up his flow. I know some people are saying he's not switching up his delivery enough on here. I don't necessarily agree with that totally. There are some switch ups and some pauses going on. He's doing some of that what Common did on like 1999 and Get Up High. There's some of that stop, stutter, go flow going on. And he's gotten a little bit better at like weaving and piecing his double entendres together a la Jay in terms of making them sound more seamless in the transition. So somebody even at his age and at his stature as an MC, like showing that type of improvement and segue is really, really impressive as well. I have nothing but like really high regard for this project.
007 with the super chat says, I wish Game treated that like a Nas or Jay feature. Cool track, but he could have been better. Oh yeah, the album is a 4.6 out of 10. And make sure y'all do a 96 and 01 yearbook. Yeah, that'd be cool. We down to do that. Vincent Hughes with the super chat says, Mike, get out of my head. 4 tracks in the Ransom's album, and I thought to myself, content-wise, this is some of what I wanted from It's Almost Dry. And again, I hate to bring up that, but I mean, everybody seems to be very critical of our critiques of It's Almost Dry like we're not Pusha T fans. We're huge Pusha T fans. We've been talking about Pusha T since we started this podcast because, I mean, he's coming off of Daytona. Classic effort. And I think that the shortness of Daytona was one of those things that it kind of helped mask the, you didn't want more from the subject matter because it was 7 tracks, right? But when you extend that play and then you're coming off of an effort like that, and not to mention you're coming off of a 4 years that was pretty much action-packed, personally or whatnot, and people saw a lot of that, just from the outside looking in, you expect to get a little bit more than just Coke talk. You sent me an interview that Push did, and Push's done a whole bunch of interviews, but it led me to a podcast that was on Spotify. I forgot what it was called, but they were talking about Coke rap being a subgenre and all this stuff. I don't like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop is hip-hop.
A
You know,
subgenre.
yeah, like I don't like that, man. Hip hop is hip hop, and this is the thing with Push. He's better than just some coke rapper, and
Hold
I
on.
don't like the fact that they embraced that. That was one of my critiques of its almost drop. But yeah,
So it's like a coke rapper different than like a pill rapper, different than a weed rapper. Was actually
exactly.
my
I don't
question.
know. I don't know.
That's very problematic.
I don't know. Again,
And
who gives these titles?
is conscious rap a subgenre?
No.
So then what are we
No,
doing?
no.
Okay.
You know, the only thing that I say when it comes to subgenres, if you wanna separate sonics, I'm fine with that, and that's why I've always said trap music was more about a sound as opposed to a subject matter. Because if
Yeah.
it's a subject matter, is Biggie a trap rapper? Is Reasonable Doubt a trap album? If it's subject matter,
Is the Purple Tape a trap album?
exactly. Now, if you want
Yeah.
to separate sonics, cool. But we're not about to start making subgenre for, like you said, coke rap, pill rap, weed rap. Cut it out.
Right.
Anyway, anyway, the versatility of this Ransom album, again, man, this is what we ask of our MCs, and I think that Conway did a really good job of that this year as well. But when we talk about the bar work, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is a bar performance on par with Conway's From a King to a God.
I thought about that. But it's not.
I don't think it has the versatility of a king from a king to a god. I think that I would put Conway slightly ahead on that project over this, just based on production and his ability to be versatile over a lot of different stuff. I mean, you had a Murder Beats track on there, you had Dej Loaf on there. Everything was seamless, but it was reminiscent of that for me.
No, it definitely had some From a King to a God vibes. Even the tone. I actually thought, you know, especially when he was speaking on overnight success, you forget how long Ransom's really been. Like I don't know about you, Mike. I found out about Ransom maybe. I mean, I could say, has it been 20 years ago now? Because it feels like it
It's been
damn
that
near.
long.
I don't know. Like I'm not even sure because I feel like I feel like I heard about him at least 15 years ago, Mike.
Like
You
around the
know.
Saigon era and stuff.
Yeah, like I really do. And so when you look at where the game is kind of like shifted to, he's one of those dark horse candidates that you really can't discount, because where hip hop exists, the realm that it's existing in right now for the time that it exists in, is perfect for guys like him to put out their best work and gain like notoriety and stature. So I actually really enjoyed Game's performance because it was good to hear somebody major attached to him that wasn't like from the New York area.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Somebody like from outside that East Coast super lyrical, bar heavy aesthetic region was like, no, 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 no. I get down with Ransom.
And you know what? The game doesn't do a whole lot of features either. So I've always thought that was interesting too. I mean, outside of like the Compton album, or he was on Russ's project, you don't really hear Game feature as much as you would think you would because of so many features that he actually has on his projects. It's not like it's ever reciprocated. So whenever Game is on a project, I always think it's interesting. Damian Jones with the super chat says, "Have y'all heard that Jay-Z's working on a new project produced by Swiss Beats? I'm not feeling it, but we'll see."
First of
Haven't
all,
heard that.
that's first of all, that's not how that went. It said he's been spotted out with Swiss Beats. Doesn't mean that they're
Okay.
recording
That's
projects
how
together.
rumors get started.
Like that's what I'm saying. Look, listen. Nas was standing right next to Swiss Beats this past summer, spitting the bars to verbal intercourse. Swiss was nowhere to be found on KD1, KD2, or Magic. These guys are not they've known each other since they were very young men too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes they might
Might
kick
be
it.
spotted out.
Yeah, they might kick
Doing
it.
a brunch on Sundays or something.
Yeah, they might be in the area in the circumference of each other and pull up on each other.
Shout
But
out to 007. It says 4.6 out of 5 on Ransom. Sorry. Kenny coming with the double album. Problematic. Being on a sideline for so long and putting out so much material is risky business. I said that too. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, we are, because I mean, I have some thoughts about that too, because I think, yeah, we're gonna have once again, he does a great job of giving us the opportunity to contextualize him with some legends, because it's like, well, most people, like I would say about wouldn't you say that like 75 to 80% of the climate that have come out with double albums have been what you would deem hip hop legends?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, there's some people who did it that weren't, but on a major level,
Right, but wouldn't you say about 70 to eighty
I would
percent?
say
Yeah,
the notable projects.
notable, because I mean,
Yeah.
because even when you look at it, it's like, well, is Master P a legend the way that like Nas and Big and Pac are? Well, it's like, no,
I
but is
mean, I
he a
think he's a
legend? It's like,
legend for other
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, that TRU, wasn't that TRU a double
That was
disc
a
though?
double. But I mean, again, I think that with Master P,
Yeah.
we got used to getting a lot of material from him anyway. Clayton is asleep with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you. He said, "I know I'm early for Black Star, but I got to go to work. Just wanted to say two tracks I'm loving so far. My favorite band and Supreme Alchemy. Great record. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. You know what? Come back and check out the rebroadcast. We about to get into that Black Star because there's a lot to talk about with that.
Those songs are flawless victories. He's
Yeah.
right. Those
All
songs
right.
are flawless.
What are you rating this Ransom at this point?
I think I'm with most people. My initial thought after hearing it the first time was a 4.5 easily. Like I don't say 4.5 easily too often, and so my continuous listening of it, because I think I've heard it at least 7 or 8 times now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with the 4.75. I am.
I
I'm
think that the
okay.
production brings me to a 4.5.
Right.
I think that if I were to be critical on anything, it would be the production.
I can see.
And maybe my ears are all fucked up after hearing Madlib do a whole album. I don't know, but
Again.
so yeah, that, and then as far as like I said, if I'm lining this up with From a King to a God, the versatility on From a King to a God makes me feel like there could have been a little bit more room sonically for those things. But again, all of my critiques are sonically. It's not him
No, no,
because
you're
he's
you're
doing his
right.
thing.
I think from a king to a guy, we gave it a 4.75. I feel like this probably a step below, so I'm cool
Hmm.
with somewhere between like a 4.5 to a 4.6 with it. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think a
I would rest
4.5.
on
I
a
think
4.5, and maybe we can get it up by the end of the year, possibly, just seeing how it ages.
yeah, we'll see. But I mean, but we are clear about this. This is better than the Currency and Alchemist Project Continuance.
I think so. I
This is
mean,
better than
just
Conway's God Don't Make Mistakes.
yes,
This is
yes,
better than Benny's Tana Talk 4.
I think so. Yeah.